Welcome everyone to this 195th meeting of our Speak Magic Toastmasters Club. I am Toastmaster Dr. Rajeshwari Rapata and I'm the SA for today's meeting. And I welcome you all, my fellow dear Toastmasters and dear guests. Today we have an exciting session on the humorous speech education, and which is presented by our guest of honor, Toastmaster Ravindu Amindra. He is from Sri Lanka, and we are excited to hear this speech and all about humor. So just before starting the meeting, I would like to mention three ground rules we all follow in our Toastmasters meeting. First one is, as Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics. So please refrain from discussing these topics. Second one, please put yourself on mute if you are not speaking so that we don't get any background noises. Third one is, please turn off your video if you're stepping out of the meeting or if any movements are there. And usually we keep our videos open so that we can see each other and interact with each other. So I consider this meeting as open. I request our president to open the meeting and start. So eagerly waiting for our humorous session. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, S.A. Rajeshwari ma'am. It is always a great pleasure when you start the meeting with such a beautiful smile and your salary is damn good. So, I wholeheartedly welcome all the fellow Toastmasters and dear guests to our 195th Toastmasters Speak Magic Toastmasters Club meeting. With the power and authority vested with me as the president of the club, I declare this 195th meeting open. So, before we proceed about today's meeting and the special education session, which will be a little later at 7:30. I'm sorry about the technical glitch. So we will be having our additional speaker a little later. He'll be joining us by around 7:20. So we will be having our prepared speak session before. So even we proceed about all these things, I would like to start the meeting on a small note. Today, I went to my son's school. We had the open day. Okay. So, before the open day, I know most of us are parents. The report cards. Okay. So my son is just 5.5 years and he studies in UK. So when we all parents were seated in the auditorium, what we could observe is every parent is so proud, beaming with pride, smiling. At the other side, the innocent kids, they don't know anything. All they were happy. It is a holiday. They get to wear a colorful dress, and their parents are there. So they were very busy introducing their parents to their best friends and all being happy. After what happened is, once the principal gave us all the usual lecture, then we all got pulled into different rooms and then the report cards were given and then we were all, even I was very curious to check his answer sheets, how did he do in this, that. And then when I came out, I could see so many parents' faces change. Some were scolding their kids, like I told you, I taught you this. Why see your miss has given you red in this, blue in this. And even my son was telling Mama, did I do well? You are happy. So what is the point here? Is competition healthy one? Why do we really need competition? And luckily, today we had this humorous speech contest. Then I was thinking over, why did Toastmasters introduce contest? We said the vision of Toastmasters is to help us build our communication in a very friendly and in a healthy environment, right? So even if we fumble, even if we fail, we all are there to help each other and grow. Then why this contest all of a sudden? Like who is best? Isn't to determine who is best, what is happening. After thinking over a lot of time, I believe this Toastmasters meeting is all about practice ground. where we practice. It's like a game of cricket where someone is practicing bowling, someone is practicing fielding, like evaluation, someone is talking about the speeches. We develop people very good in impromptu. But when will you give the test? When you will, when where is the gauge where we want to gauge you? It's a season for contest. And here we are not contesting against anyone, but with us. How are we when last year? What was our improvement? Did we clear our club? We improved even a percent in the whole year. So the actual contest point of view for a Toastmaster is to measure yourself against how you weigh. If you take it in that sense, contest is a very beautiful place to be. The pressure of handling, the pressure of performance, of course, it's a peak point, but then you learn how to handle the pressured situation. So with this thought, let me move forward. So today, yeah, as in any Toastmasters meeting, we have three sessions. First is a prepared speech session, where a Toastmaster has a time to prepare his speech. He will be giving his speech, and we will be having an evaluator for him. And then we also have table topic table topic, which will be a very short duration. And then we will have our education session on humorous speech contest. Okay. So the tag rules that we have for today is the timer. So may I call upon Toastmaster Vikas Guleria to explain the timers rule.
Very good evening to you, President Ma'am, my fellow Toastmasters and respected guests. Today, I'm going to play the role of the timer. Today, for the prepared speeches, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. And for the education session, which would be taken by Toastmaster Ravindu, the time limit is 25 to 30 minutes. For prepared speeches, I will show green card at the end of 5 minutes. Then the yellow card will be shown after 6 minutes elapsed. And when the speaker will crosses 7 minutes, I will show the red cards. After that, he will have the 30 seconds grace period, grace timing. For education session, TM Ravindu will have 25 minutes, after which I will show his card. At 28th minute, I will show the yellow card. And at 30th minute, the red card will be shown. There will be grace timing of 10 minutes for education session. And then we will be having the third segment, which is table topics. For this, every guest will have timing of 1 to 2 minutes. After speaker elapsed 1 minute, he will be shown green card. At the end of 1.5 minutes, he will be shown yellow. And at the end of 2 minutes, I will show the red card. There also, the speaker will have 30 seconds of grace period. So, dear friends, how many of you believe that the most precious resource we all have is time? I think almost all of you agree with this, that time is the most precious. So keep time in your mind whenever you deliver the speech. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Vikas sir. Before we proceed, I would like to take few guest introduction. Can I have guest Vijay Anand? Good evening, sir. Can you just give your short introduction? Guest Vijay Anand. Okay, I think he's not in the position to talk. Guest BK.
Oh, me?
Yeah. No, BK, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening, sir.
And I am no more a guest in there because I usually participate there as guest. Okay, so this Toastmaster is just like Toastmasters Club is just like my home, and People are so familiar with me and very, what do you call, affectionate with me. I eagerly look for each meetings. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Can we have guest Nirmala? Ma'am, can you just kindly give your short introduction?
Yeah, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes.
Hi, everyone. Myself Nirmala. I had done diploma in electrical engineering, and right now I'm doing work in assistant manager in Biology Humorous. So thank you for giving me a chance to speak here. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Please do visit our club whenever it is possible. It's our pleasure to host you. So with this, let us move to the first session, that is the prepared speech session. So before calling upon the speaker, I would like
Sorry,
to call.
ma'am, there is one more guest Karthik, I think.
Sorry. I don't consider Karthik as a guest because he keeps coming to our club so often and he's so much like
same here, right?
yeah, yes, but you can give your introduction to people.
Okay, sure. This is Karthik, and I'm working as an engineering trainee in a banking firm, and soon I'll undergo this transformation from a guest to a Toastmaster member. So yeah, you'll see me all following weeks. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. We are eagerly waiting for that to
Sure.
see, address you as not as a guest, but Toastmaster Karthik. Thank you. Yeah, it's our pleasure. Before we go to the speaker, let me call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Vikas Guleria, to explain his evaluation points.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Today, my target speaker is Toastmaster CB, who is going to present his level 1, project 2 of his level 1 under the pathway presentation mastery. And the purpose of his project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Ma'am, somebody has to keep his speech timing is 5 to 7 minutes. I will show him because I am a timer also, so I will show him green card after 5 minutes. When he will complete 6 minutes, then I will show yellow card, and at this end of the 7 minute, I will show you the red card. After that, you will have.
Vikas sir, I think you handle the evaluation. I will be the timer for the speech. Just give me a minute. I will just get the timer for this. Okay. The prepared speaker for today is Toastmaster CB. He has just joined our Toastmaster this month, but see at the speed at which he is progressing. Last week, we all heard his icebreaker speech, and now he is ready with his level 1 second speech. So without further ado, let me hand over the stage to Toastmaster CB.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sorry, his title is The Importance of Breathing. Importance of Breathing, Toastmaster CB.
Thank you. Good evening, all. In our day-to-day lives, we are constantly bombarded with an enormous amount of sensory experiences, which are beginning to overload our sympathetic nervous system. Loud noises, flashy lights, advertisements, crowds, anything which are trying to gain our attention begins to activate the fight or flight mechanism in our body, throwing us out of balance. But what if a tool which we could tap into every single day, which is occurring natural to us, reduces blood pressure, restores the balance, activates the parasympathetic nervous system, reduces our breath rate before, during, or after a stressful event? What if the same exercise, if we practice in an extreme fashion, could bring us out of body experiences. What if the exercise is as simple as just breathing? Imagine you are crossing a road and a car comes and tries to hit you. My question is, what do? Inhale or exhale? You do inhale, right? You do inhale and get out of the way. Fight or flight mechanism. It is the sympathetic nervous system response. Most of the people breathing by this way, imagine what would happen to their body or mind. On the other side of the spectrum, imagine if you are out for a romantic date with your special someone. After dinner, he or she whispers those three magical words, I love you to you. What do? Inhale or exhale? Obviously, you do exhale, right? You exhale and you fell in love. Most of the people are not experiencing this type of breathing. Imagine what would have happened to their body or mind. So the most powerful way to control, one of the most powerful ways to control the body, mind, nervous system, and endocrine system is breathing. It may take just 5 minutes out of your day. You might be thinking, just sitting silence, focusing on your breath for 5 to 10 minutes might be boring. Or you may even think, I don't have time for this. But what if this makes crucial regimen on your health? What if this makes a big difference in your day and in your life? So where do we start? Let's start here with your breath. Please sit in your comfortable position, whatever feels you may be. Gently close your eyes. Slowly breathe in and breathe out for 10 times. Just focus only on your breath. Definitely you will feel some difference now. Please, kindly close your eyes and slowly breathe in and breathe out for 10 times. Now, slowly open your eyes. And thank you so much for this. Now, in the matter of moments, you will feel a kind of quietness in your mind. You will feel a genuine sense of calmness and peace inside your heart. You are more aware in the presence. Something might be a little more vivid, little more alive. Definitely you feel refreshed, rejuvenated. What if you do this every single day? This practice is a combination of concentration, awareness. By doing this, long term will bring you a great experience in your life. Believe me. And thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Siddhi. It was indeed a meditation session starting for us. Thank you very much. Because sir, I will give you a few 5 minutes for preparation of your evaluation, or you can go ahead.
Yeah, I need 5 minutes.
Yeah. Then I will be taking a few table topics before our educational speaker joins up. He told me he'll be joining in another 10 minutes. So before that, for the benefit of the guests and Toastmasters, let me explain you what an impromptu session is all about. So impromptu is in our day-to-day life, we get to answer different kind of questions, either it is in a home or in our work environment where we are made to think on our foot and answer. So here also, I will be your table topic master. I will give you an opportunity and I will put a simple question to you. All you have to do is talk about the topic. So minimum you have to talk for 1 minute. At 1 minute, there will be a green card, and at 1 minute 30 seconds, you will be shown a yellow card, and 2 minutes is for 3. When it is 2 minutes, you'll be shown a red card, and you'll be given a grace time of 30 seconds. So, who will be volunteering first? I think Toastmaster DK. So, can I pose the question to you?
Yes.
Okay. When was the last time you tried something new? When was the last time you tried?
Can you repeat the?
Yes, sir. When was the last time you tried something new?
When was the last time you tried something new?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Good question. Today morning only I tried something new because I'm in port player. So they told me that the destination which I want to go, they said that it is just 250 meter east. So finding east is something not to me. How east of that place, you cannot find familiar with a place until you stay there for 2-3 days. And so I guess from the how the shades are falling on the plane, I guess from the east side and tried that, and that was correct. Okay, that is every minute we are trying something new because the context changes every minute in the life. So that is I want to say about what able to witness.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. So who will be volunteering next?
Me, like Karthik.
Yeah, yes, sure, sir. Okay. Your question is, what gets you excited about life? What gets you excited about life?
Shall I start? Life is something which I think a lot about, and being like I read a lot of books, so like every day I feel excited of seeing new things like that. And when I encounter something which I already predicted or so like that, that makes me feel excited. Okay, we have assumed this and that's happening. So such feelings makes me feel excited. And meeting new people and doing something new, that makes me feel excited. And giving a speech to like in a very new environment, that makes me feel excited like that. Whenever I feel excited, I'll be happy, and that makes life smooth. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for giving this.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It was like a good attempt for you. We would encourage you to come over and take a lot of impromptus so that you can reach to that excited level where anyone can post any question to you. Thank you very much, guest Karthik. Who would like to go on Third? Uma ma'am? Yes. Yeah. So just give me a minute. I'll just stop this. Insert. Okay. Okay. Uma ma'am, your question is, what lesson did you learn the hard way? What lesson did you learn the hard way?
Life itself is a great teacher, I should say. Every day we are learning new lessons. And the hard lesson I have learned is life is not a bed of roses. Every rose plant has a thorn, but the rose is very beautiful. So life is also beautiful, but it has its ups and downs. So you have to be ready to face the uncertainties, the challenges in life. For example, I remember when I got married, I was only 22, and I thought life will be very smooth ride and I'll have only happiness. Because in the first year when we were in Mangalore, we had a lovely time going to the beaches, going to Ideal Ice Cream Parlor, which was famous for the Gadbad ice creams in Mangalore, and life was fun. But later, when we got transferred to a rural place in a village, I realized that you have to undergo such difficulties also in life. And I remembered my father's statement saying that life is not a bed of roses. So that is when I realized that life throws a lot of challenges at you, and you have to gear up to face that. And that is the hardest lesson I learned, that whenever challenges are thrown to you, just face it head on and bounce back. And that will give you more strength and it will make you a better person. Gold becomes gold only after being beaten, and Buddha becomes Buddha only after beaten many times as a marble. So I learned this the hard way. How about you?
Thank you very much, ma'am. It's always amazing the way you take up any table topics. So I don't think anyone had, especially the marble example and the gold was amazing. Thank you very much. Can we have the another speaker? Ajeshwari, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm so your topic is, what does your joy looks like today? What does your joy looks like today?
What does your joy look like today?
Yeah.
I don't find joy to be different on different days. When I look back in my childhood days, I used to find joy just as similar as I'm having today. The same, the childhood feelings, the age has matured, body has matured, but the joy, the childish joy is still there with me. So I never find difference in the joy of the past days, present days, and maybe in the future too. So joy is always same and will remain same. What about you?
It's an amazing take, ma'am, and I can resonate with it the way you are traveling, any place. And what really amazes me is the way you pack dresses for them. And every small thing that you take, your photographs really shows it's not just, standing there and giving a pose just for to capture the beauty, but then the fun elements or the moment of joy that has come to you is so clearly visible in your face in those pics. So we can definitely go ahead with this. Can we have other volunteer? Can we have guest Nirmala?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, let me give you a simple topic. What do you do sometimes when you are compared to someone? What do you do sometimes when you are compared to someone?
Sorry, ma'am, I could not get you. Compact me.
Compare. Okay, you can. I'll change the question. What makes you smile?
What? What makes me smile?
Yes.
Oh, makes me smile when I go to travel. Whenever I go to travel, I literally feel joy literally feel joy. Meet with new people, know about them, their culture, their day-to-day life, how they deal with life, know their I think know their culture, every culture. So I love to. And then last time I was traveled to Darjeeling for exam purpose, obviously, but I have a enjoy a lot. So traveling is my feel me literally good for me. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Nirmala, for that attempt. It was really great. Toastmaster Vijay Kumar, sir, can you take up a topic?
Yeah, sure.
What is the worst, failing or never trying? What is worst, failing or never trying?
No, can you repeat the question?
What is worst, failing or never trying?
Okay. I would say never trying is worse than failing. You see, my personal philosophy is this about trying. Suppose you've got 12 steps to take to do something, all right? Imagine you've got 12 steps to take. Like, for example, I tell my students when they do academic writing, you do the first 3 steps, oh, you're bombed out. You're completely out. But you've tried it, isn't it? So now you know what these first 3 steps entail and what is already ahead of you. So when you repeat it, you know where you went wrong and you do it correctly, you will succeed. At least you try. Even if you don't fail, good. But if you fail, so what? It's not the end of the world. Because you know where you went wrong, you can correct yourself. If you don't try, it's very simple. I didn't elaborate. What have you learned? Nothing. So it's best to try. Try and succeed, try and fail. Don't worry, just try. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. It is indeed, you should always know, it is they say that the pain of discipline is better than pain of regret, pain of regret. So that is, so Toastmaster Partha, would you like to take one topic? Yes. Okay. So your topic is, which activity makes you lose track of time? Which activities makes you lose track of time?
Dear Toastmaster and friends, we are so busy in our day-to-day life. We all have our scheduled work. Sometimes we are busy in our office work. Sometimes we are busy to spending our times with our friends, colleagues. Sometimes, in my case, I lose my track when I'm talking with my school friends, my college friends. Believe me, honestly speaking, I talk with my school and college friend after many of months. Yes, friends, I am not giving blame. I am too busy. In spite of having my tight schedule, I have my own plan. I am too focused to doing that. But when I get called from my friends after a long time, I forget all about that. Sometimes I insist to forget these things, keep all the work aside to enjoy the moment, talking with my lovely friends, remember, recollect all the old memories and visit this memory lanes. It's feel me more powerful, feel me more connected, makes me joyful and to be happy. Dear friends, sometimes to be forget about the track is important, which give you pleasure, happiness, and you will be much more smiling face among the world. That's my take. I want to know from you also. What do you feel?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Pata. It's indeed, I believe that it's family, friends, and of course, the family includes our Toastmaster community also. We definitely forget track of what is happening. And without further ado, we have our educational speaker tonight, Toastmaster Ravindra, all set?
Hi, Swarnalata. Yes, all set to play the game of humor. Hi, everyone.
So before you start, let me give your introduction. So dear Toastmasters, we all know we have assembled here today to ace our contest. So as I told you before, the mindset of contest is how better can I be than I was before. So with this point, now when you want to learn cricket, to whom do you go? Do you go to a football coach or do you go to a badminton coach? Or if you can go to Sachin Tendulkar, who would like to have that opportunity? All of us, right? We know he is a master player, he knows his game, and most importantly, he has walked the talk. He knows how to bat, he knows how to win the trophies. So, when we are talking about contests or selecting our mentor or to listen tips, advice, when you open the internet, we have hundreds of tips. But how about getting it from the champion itself? They say, believe in rumors when it comes out of the horse's mouth. So without further ado, let me give you an introduction. Toastmaster Ravindra Amin is not only is an IELTS trainer, he is a communication trainer at Blue Mango Academy. And after all this, he is a very passionate Toastmaster and he is a vivid reader that I know. He's a president of a Readers Toastmasters Club, where apart from our normal Toastmaster sessions, they do have a 20-minute session of giving summary of any or synopsis of amazing books. I had an opportunity to attend one such meeting. So apart from that, he is coming from District 82. For people, District 82 is situated in Sri Lanka, and he is 2021 District Champion of Humorous Speech Contest and IEC finalist. So without further ado, I'm not going to bore you. I'm going to open the stage for Toastmaster Amrendu. So the stage is all yours.
Right. Thank you so much, Swarnalata, for that flattering introduction. And I'm sure if Sachin Tendulkar would have heard that one, he would get envy on me and hit a bat on my head. However, he's a legend. And today, we are going to learn how to play not to cricket, but to play the game of humor. Because according to me, humor is a game that if you learn all the techniques and tactics, you can also play and become a great player on the stage. Not off the stage, on the stage. Having said that, let me ask a few questions from you all. What is the difference between a joker and a humorous speaker? What is the difference between a joker and a humorous speaker?
Joker has more, action than verbal. He does more of, some action mimicry than verbal. But the humorous speaker is all about the words that we speak.
Humorous speaker conveys a message, whereas a joker not always conveys a message.
Okay. Interesting. Any other insights?
Humorous speaker make humor through the speech. Jokers create humor by the activity, body gestures, and other activity. The basic difference is the speech and the activity.
Right. Okay. Wonderful. Any other input?
A lot of acrobatics will be there by a joker.
It is come to a joker, right? Okay. Let us clarify what is the difference between a joker. Really appreciate. Sorry?
Oh my God. My God, your connection.
I hope I'm audible and visible. Swarnalata, can you please confirm me?
Yes, sir. In few minutes we got little disconnected, but now disconnected.
Right.
Now it's okay.
Right. Okay. So when it's come to humorous joker, joker doesn't matter whether you laugh or not and whether you get embarrassed. His main goal is to laugh at you and make you laugh. But when it's come to humorous speaker, his or her goal is to laugh with you. The audience will laugh with you, not laugh at you. Would you like your audience to laugh at you, or else would you like your audience to laugh with you, enjoy with you, go the journey with you? What do you prefer? What do you prefer?
Of course, enjoy with us.
Enjoying and laughing with the people. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us learn the art and some tricks and tips and techniques how to make your audience laugh and laugh with you. Let that be our goal during this session. And after this one, go and try this so that when you feel that, oh my God, the audience is laughing with me, that feeling is better than you winning the IPL Cup or else the next World Cup or else the next T20 World Cup, right? Okay. Now my next question for you all is, do you all think or else do you think that you are a humorous speaker? Are you trying to contest in this year? Let's take few answers.
I'm not taking part. I think I'm not humorous.
Okay, so Arnalata, thank you so much for that. Actually, the sample answer that I really wanted to hear. Okay,
Yes.
any other?
Yes.
Any other?
Yes, I feel that I am a humorous speaker and I will going to attend this contest.
Wonderful, wonderful. Partha, right? Did I pronounce your name properly? Partha, right? Okay. Who else? Who else?
I'm selected for representing the club for club in the area contest. People area contest. So people always.
So who is this?
Dinesh.
Dinesh. He's a
right. Great. Superb. Now, when I ask few people, like sometimes, basically, so Arnalata gave the sample answer of each and every one. That is, Ravindu, I'm not humorous. I'm a serious speaker. I am born to become international speech contest. I am that material. I'm not humorous. There is nothing like that. I'll tell you the reason that you think that you are not humorous and why you are not taking part. You can spread this message with all your friends as well, my dear friends. Like, though we have this much of participants, let this message go all around the world. You are not contesting. You are afraid of losing. Not that you think that you are not humorous. No, you think that your humor is not up to the standards to convince the judges and get that precious 3 places. The moment you put that pressure in your head, obviously you are not becoming humorous. You will become a pressure cooker. Please, let us remove that mindset. Whatever the speech that you think that is humorous for you, in front of your lovely audience, and let's see whether they are laughing or not. Even though they don't laugh, at least be happy. I laugh. I mean, it is humorous for me. A lot of people ask me, Ravindu, what if the joke that I really waiting to do, no one laugh? And then what you do it, you get tense and you are going to explain the joke. Here, you know what? Chicken wanted to cross the road, okay? Chicken hit the lorry. You all laugh. Oh, you are not laughing. My God, okay. Chicken, you know that this big bird was walking. Vehicle was coming. It hit and it dead. Please laugh now. You can't do that. If it is like, if you like humorous, do it. If they don't laugh, that is their problem. Maybe your problem. Put it into their account and laugh and come, my dear friends. Let us, before we learn the techniques, let us remove that. You all are humorous. The problem is you need to discover that. Now, Swarnalata was telling about actually the greatest legend, Sachin Tendulkar. Now, how many of you are here fan of Virat Kohli? Can I see a raise of hands? Okay, Swarnalata is raising the hand, Partha is raising the hand, CB is raising the hand. Okay, Vijay sir, okay, raising the hand. Bye, wonderful. Seems like Madam Rajeswari, Dr. Rajeswari is not a big fan of Virat Kohli. Who is your greatest favorite cricketer, man?
I'm not a big fan of cricket.
All right. What is your favorite cricket? What is your favorite sport?
My favorite sport is kabaddi.
Speaking. Kabaddi. Okay, right. When it comes to kabaddi, you remember only one person in whole India. That is who? Vijay, right? That is what you remember. If I am not so wrong, you all remember that Gilly movie. There is a movie called that, like that. You all have watched it, like kabaddi. When it is kabaddi, no matter what, whether it is in 2001 or 2021 Master movie, still somehow he plays kabaddi. That is a kabaddi champion, right? Anyway, what I needed to tell you all is that what is the difference between us and Virat Kohli or maybe Sachin Tendulkar? We all can play cricket. The problem is we are not putting that heart and soul and time in order to learn the techniques to improve ourselves. If we really wanted and we wanted that much of focus, we would have become. But the problem is, my dear friends, everyone doesn't have that mindset. Which reminds me a very famous quote that I really love when I use in my training as well. Everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to die. How many of you would love to go to heaven? Oh, yes, Ravindu, yes. Then I tell that, I will take you. I am the messenger. I am an angel, guardian angel. But God told me one thing, you have to get yourself killed. I am going to kill you. Are you ready? Ravindu, what if you on the way drop me around the hell? Maybe later. Right? So everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to die, my dear friends. The person who has the courage to die, no matter what they go to heaven or hell, they will at least see either hell or either heaven. So let us put that effort. Let us play that game of humor. Today, after my Toastmasters club, my home club, Panadru Toastmasters Club. So I am a member of a few clubs. I met a member, and then he asked me, Ravindu, I want to become like you. So he asked me, like, how do you do this one? And I gave the same example. What I need to tell you, my dear friends, let us take the Swarna that took Sachin Tendulkar. Let us took Sachin Tendulkar. But let me take some cricketers from my country as well, if you all don't mind. Kumar Sangakkara. Now, they all have played more than 400 matches. If you check Sachin Tendulkar's ODI amount of centuries he has played, the centuries he has done, maybe around 40 out of that 400, right? 40, 50. 350 matches, he has not played 100. Does that mean he's not a good player? No, right? He's an A-class, world-class player. Every day is not a day, but when your day comes, that will be your day. Until that day comes, until you play that century, keep practicing, keep playing. Let us do that one. Ravindu, enough of cricket commentary and everything. Give us techniques. Yes, let us get into the game. Number one, as Swarnaratha said, Ravindu, I don't have a humorous content. Where to find? It is inside you. Let me tell you how to find it. Where there is a pain, there is pleasure. What is that greatest pain that you have at the moment and the embarrassing moment that you face that you can't even get rid of that in your head? That can be you sleeping in front of your crush. That can be you forgetting your money when you go and purchase everything from the supermarket and you forget your money, your purse. Or else you think that you have enough and more money in the credit card or your debit card, But once you go there, only you realize you don't have that much of money. It can be you go to a restaurant with your loved one, okay, and that particular person orders something that you really don't want to eat, and you have to just gulp it down for the sake of eating it. Let me give you some examples. Now, when it comes to me as a trainer, I most of the time do my trainings online. Okay. And one thing that you all know when it's come to online is that what is the excuse our people is telling? I am not in a position to switch on the video, Ravindu, excuse me. Okay, then I'm asking which position that you are comfortable. And then, or else in Sri Lanka, like we had like now actually we are recovering from that one. Power cuts. Every time when I ask, can you please switch on your video? Unfortunately, Ravindu, I would love to show my face to you, but there's a power cut. At the moment also, I'm actually experiencing a power cut. I'm using 2 lights. See, that is a painful thing for me as a trainer. I'll give you another example that how from our speeches, our world's humorous speakers like use this. Let me take this now, tell you about history. Like you all know that District 82 was a part of like India. So India and Sri Lanka was merged together, right? In 2017, your greatest speaker from District 120, another humorous speaker, Kartik Mohandas. I'm sure you all are familiar with the name. He spoke about his greatest pain was wearing suits to the Toastmasters conventions and ovations, everything. So he came up with a wonderful idea. That is, let us wear a lungi. Let us wear a lungi. So he gave the pain of wearing a suit as gentleman. Number 1. Normally, a suit would be 40,000, 50,000 rupees. But a lungi, 400 rupees. Right. And then once you wear it, it is so hot sometimes, even though you go inside the AC. But once you wear the lungi, it is easy and breezy. Right. Also, he says the greatest part that you spend $500, so $40,000 rupees for a suit. Imagine we as like South Indians, we as Indian Sri Lankans, we are from the same culture, right? We really love to eat our food using hand. That is how you feel that like you ate something. How many of you would like to eat from your fork and spoon? For me, I am a typical Sri Lankan. I would use hand to eat. Okay. For me, I feel like I ate once I used it by hand. But he says like this. Imagine you go to the hotel or as a convention hall, you don't have tissues to wipe off your hand, like after washing. Now, what is the option you have? Your suit. Once you use your suit, 40,000 rupees, cannot waste it. Right? Therefore, what is his option? He says, if you wear a lungi, it's a matter of taking the lungi, wiping it off. You see how this person used someone else's pain, his pain. So, Anulata, can you please confirm me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much. This itself a pain. When it's come to online, you are already, in the pain, in that pressure. When I lose my connection, painful. And another thing, you become the guest of the meeting. Like when we go to another meeting, you can walk into Toastmasters meeting, right? But when it's come to an online meeting, wait until host let you in. Like I am like a beggar who is like waiting in outside the house. So these pains, think about the pain you, my dear friends, you have. Think about the pain and the most embarrassing things you have. Another pain that a lot of when it's come to technology we have is that we enter our own password and the computer asks, please do this puzzle to check whether you are a human. I myself remember my password with a lot of effort. Now I have to solve puzzles to show that I am a human. How unfair it is. Painful. Like, so think about your pain, my dear friends. It can be your normal pain and your country's pain, whatever it is. Right? So make sure you use your pain or your embarrassment. What is the greatest embarrassment that you have in your life? List them down. Tell it. We will laugh. Are we clear up to that point? Are we clear up to that point? Yeah. And please all confirm me am I audible and visible. That is the greatest pain that I have at the moment.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Right. Okay. Moving to the second point. Now, Ravindu, okay, we found the content. How to develop it? This is where we need some techniques such as exaggerations, DK. I think you raised your hands. Is there anything you need to check? Answer?
No, nothing.
All right. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Thank you so much. So the next one is like the techniques that you can use to flavor your content is that exaggerations, alliterations, and also personifications and some hot topics. Let's go one by one. Exaggerations. Let me give you an example. In one of my speeches, speech is like this. The scenario is like this. I go to a gym, I want to build my body. Here I see the greatest bodybuilder of our gym, Sam. His one arm is bigger than my leg. Now, it's actually his arm was like smaller than that one, but I exaggerated that one. Then he said, Ravindu, can you please help me? I thought, yes, of course. I went to the bar, not the bar that you all go in your nights. This is an iron bar. Okay. I look right, there was no one. I look left, there was no one. I look down, I realized why there was no one. It was 150 kilograms. Yes, you heard it right. 150. Myself, 50. 3 times than my weight. Now I'm exaggerating, my dear friends. It was actually not 150 kilograms, but it was around like 785, 90 kilograms. By that time, I couldn't lift it. I couldn't even support that. Here is the thing, huh? First rep, okay. Second rep, again okay. Third rep, he was shouting, bro, help me. I leaned into the bar. By the end of the fourth rep, he was not only lifting his weight, but my weight as well. Now, that was an exaggeration that I used. You know, like he was not lifting me. He was lifting only the weight. I was helping him, but that is exaggeration, my dear friends. Another example that you can use, like when it comes to exaggerations, take any object, anything. Like for example, let's say Toastmaster City is very tall. Rather than saying like that, we can say Toastmaster City is taller than the Burj Khalifa. Like so, I really don't know like City, how do you do, but I'm just telling you, exaggeration. Right? Another example, we can use like exaggeration. You can say like this. My dear friends, sometimes myself and my girlfriend meets out of the blue. It's like I have to wait. I have to wait sometimes so many days and months to see her. Just like Virat Kohli waits to first hit his 100 after so many matches. So the thing is like he took some time to hit that century, but we use that as humor. That is what we are doing. Now, since we all are an Indian audience, let me give a very relatable example for you. That if you can remember those days, you know Salman Khan, right? You know, the Dabang Khan. Now, this very famous song, Oh Jane Jaan. Those days, 19 kids knows that song. He comes without the shirt like, you know, Iron Man.
You didn't read Star of Mysore. Take and read.
Muted. I am muted.
What did Uma said?
No. I think by mistake it was on. I am muted now.
Right. Okay, fine. That is itself a pain. You know, like you don't know like whether your mic is on or not. That is a pain. Right. So this one, he was like dancing. Now, this one, people were telling that because of looking Salman Khan was dancing without a t-shirt, that's why half of the India went to work out. Before that, people are not thinking about working out. So, you exaggeration. That is not always the case, but that is a thing. Exaggeration, my dear friends. You know, the second one is we can use some alliterations language-wise. How we can use it? Let me tell you. In my winning speech, it was all about I am like actually talking and flirting with a air hostess, not flirting, like dreaming about an air hostess. So in speech, I wanted to explain this beauty of this particular, not the Toastmaster, air hostess. Huh? So it was like, this is the line I used. My dear friends, she was so simple. When she smiles, there was a dimple. On top of that, a little pimple. I'm also simple. I have 3, 4, 5 pimples, but I don't have a dimple. But I am single and ready to mingle. Trust me, my dear friends, this line itself sealed my win on that day contest. So, because it was an alliteration, that was a long alliteration, and it took me good 6, 7 months to make that line, okay? It is very easy to say now, but those days I was like cracking my brain how to do it. Okay. So alliterations. Okay, now will you tell us some materials like where can I like find and learn these alliterations? I learned these by watching Tamil movies, trust me. I learned all these by watching Tamil movies because in your movies you use a lot of alliterations. Just speak, take Suri, take Yogi Babu, take Vadivedu. All these people use so much of alliterations when they use their humor, aren't they? They use. Capture them. So that is one point. Also, we use the next one is, we call it premise, pose, punch. Premise, pose, punch. We normally call this a rule of 3 as well sometimes. That is, you tell something equal and give something different. Let me give an example. Once an Indian and also an American met in America. The American guy said, you know what? Our country is such a democratic country. In our country, we can go to the parliament and we can hit on the table of the president and say, President, you are bad. Obama, you're bad. Now, Indian guy also didn't want to, give up. He said, you know what? Even in our country also, we have the same democracy. Don't insult us, okay? Oh, really? Tell me. In my country also, I can go to the parliament and hit on the table and tell to the president, Obama is bad. Now, here, my dear friends, what happens is you expect that I will tell that, whatever the president is that, no, build, punch, pose and punch. Pose is one of the greatest part when it comes to humor. Especially you build, pose and punch. Right? Another example is that World Champion of Public Speaking 2014, Dhananjay Hettiaraj. In his speech, he says like this. He keeps saying, I see something in you, I see something in you.
Yes.
And another part, he says, at night, I wake up my beautiful wife and ask, honey, why did you marry me? She says, I saw something in you, but I don't know what it is. So here, like we are expecting something else. Maybe the wife tells, Dhananjay, do not give up. I really love you. You are such a great person. But she says that same line. That is what we call, my dear friends, building, and then pose and punch. Right? So are we clear up to those points? Do you need to clarify anything? Right. Thank you so much for the thumbs up, Sarada. And these are few techniques. Remember, iterations, exaggerations, build, pose, punch. And another example that we can use is that we call this a blue humor. What do you mean by blue humor? In blue humor, now once I say the blue, you might be thinking about different blues. Like, for example, CB. When I say blue, what do you remember blue? CB.
Cricket Indian jersey, blue.
Nothing else, my God. Bless you, my friend. Bless you. So, that is the thing. Even you are wearing blue. Sky is blue. The company I'm working is itself blue mango. I love blue. But blue mango is different else. Blue humor is that you use your audience mind's vulgarness. You are not telling anything directly, but you make it indirectly. For example, that is the thing you tell in my speech. So this was the same scene. I saw air hostess coming towards me. Right? She looked at me. I looked at her. She smiled. I smiled. She bent. I bent. And I closed my eyes and I heard the sound of the day. Cling! It was my seat bells. And she asked, Sir, is this your first time? Now, the moment I said the word is your first time, I can remember I was doing it in one of the presentation. People were laughing, especially girls. Like, okay, first time. I didn't do anything wrong. That is your bad. You should decide whether you should go to heaven or hell by thinking all these things. Right? So use that blue humor here and there as well, but try not to overuse it because the audience might get offended. Let us respect our audience as well. Let us not talk about all the time this toilet humor. I wanted to go to the toilet and those these things. I mean, why? You have much more life, rather than going to the toilet. Let us talk about more than that, add more value to the speech, though these are entertaining speech. The next point I can tell you, my dear friends, is that the hot topics. Use some hot topics in your country, around the world. Now in Sri Lanka, there are a lot of hot topics, even like you can't take them into your mouth itself will burn at the moment. But however, in your country also there are hot topics, aren't they? Like that the problems that burns, like it may be in your county, it may be in your state, in your country. Use some hot topics. List them down and try to see how you can relate into it. Because end of the day, the relatability of the humor is also matters. We are speaking to a set of Toastmasters. So let us use some Toastmaster jokes. Because I used it, okay, Ravindu asked us to like use some Toastmaster humor. Let me make my Toastmaster journey itself a humor. No, like you can use some humor. For example, in one of my speeches, I say like this. My VP education came to me and said, Ravindu, we have a good news for you. Good or bad, ladies and gentlemen, all the VP education in the world have only two things for you. Number one, a speech. Number two, a role. Now, the moment I said this, people were laughing out loud in that contest because you all know the pain of VP education coming behind it. Hello, hi, Partha, hi, Uma. Shall we do a speech? Shall we do a role? It's a pain, like it is relatable. It is relatable. So let us make our humor relatable. And also, as I told you, just because there are so many hot topics, that does not mean that those all the hot topics you should use in your content. If it is not tallying with your content, try not to use it. Right? It's like this, my dear friends. When it comes to charges, you have these square pin charges and also the round pin charges as well. Imagine you are trying to put a square pin charge into a round pin plug point. Will it work? It doesn't work, right? You're doing a stupid thing. And it's like you are trying to put an elephant into a small room. If the content is not tally, if your hot topic is not tallying with the content, try not to use. Okay. So these are the few tips and tricks that I can give you within this 30 minutes time. I know that red light is like blinking. Ravi, stop. Even the timer, the red card itself is shouting. Stop. Enough. So, what are the questions that you need to ask? Like I can allocate you. So these are the tips and tricks that we can use, my dear friends. I'm ready to answer you all.
Thank you very much, sir. Audience, floor is all open. You can unmute yourself and ask your questions to Ravindu, sir. He'll be more than happy to answer you.
Hi, Toastmaster Ravindu. How you manage?
Hi.
How you manage time? Because you know there will be people will be enjoying what you speak, and there is a tendency to log there more rather than to continue. So how to come out of this situation?
Right, I understood. Yes, this happens especially when it comes to physical contest, because there are some instances that you know, okay, this will be my punchline. People will laugh, but there are scenarios, my dear friends. Sometimes the punchlines that you think that will not work will work. So now the audience out of the blue start to laugh, and you are like, I didn't expect that. Anyway, laugh. But I have to do the speech within 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Here is the thing. At that moment, what you do is let them laugh for a few seconds. However, carry on. I'll give you a very practical example. District 82 those days. 2015 or 16 winner, your own again champion, world class speaker, Chamraj. So he won his speech, he keep speaking, and the audience is also laughing. He's not posing also. The thing is, I can suggest you is that, yes, give them some time to laugh. However, like if you feel like they are over laughing, like move on. Because the problem is, my friend, you will let them laugh. But if you exceed 7 minutes and 31 seconds, you will cry. That's the problem. So let us like play with the ear. Did I answer your question?
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Toastmaster Ravindu, I have one question.
Yes.
Can I ask?
Yes, please ask. You know what? My winning speech contest, the title itself, ask what you want. Yes.
Okay. I just want to know what is the excellent way to start a humorous speech.
Okay, right. See, this is, I think, Toastmaster Vikas. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Toastmaster Vikas, there is no such a hard and fast rule that you have to use this to open your speech. If not, you are loose. Okay. Nothing like that. But I would say always pack your humor and twist in first 2 minutes in the speech. Have that one, Vikas. For example, have you have a kind of a quick twist in the opening. In my speech, it was like this. It all started when I decided to go to India. Before going anywhere, I asked my dad. If he says yes, I go. If he says no, I definitely go. Now there, it was a twist. Now you are laughing at my God, such a. But it was a twist, right? So something like that. Let us start with a twist, Toastmaster Vikas. Let us start with a twist so that it will give more humor. Did I answer your question, Toastmaster Vikas? All right. Thank you so much. Any other question? Oh my God, I can see my some Sri Lankan friends, Minoli, one of my best friends. Hi, Minoli.
Yes. So hello, everyone. I'm Minoli from KDU Toastmasters from Sri Lanka. So I have this question where, like sarcasm is also a form of generating humor. Can you advise on how we can use sarcasm in a humorous speech, but not in a way to offend anyone? How can that be used?
Right. This is where, Minoli, that we can, that's what I told you all, that hot topics, using hot topics of country or else like using some politics. So according to Toastmasters, we actually cannot use, they say that sex, religion, politics. However, you can, as Minoli asked and as she suggested, we can use sarcasm. Let me tell you how I use sarcasm in my speech. In our country, where I was this president, all the countrymen used to call this president sir. Okay, sir. Now this president is actually not in the seat, so I can tell this one. So, see, you all are also now laughing for this one. So, in this my speech, there is a part that the air hostess come and ask, sir, what do you want, sir? Sir, order something, sir. Sir, anything that you buy, sir, we have 50% discount, sir. I told to my girl, the air hostess, okay? Darling, don't call me sir. Sir is at Temple Trees. He will kidnap me. Now, in our country, the president stays at, at the Temple Trees. That is a place that you all have something like that, White House or like that. So I said, that is sarcasm, Another thing, I didn't use his name. But you all have his name in his head, in your head. So let us use some, yes, of course you can use sarcasm. Right? The sky is the limit. I have to tell you, my dear friends, Minoli is from Sri Lanka's, very top clubs. We call KDU Toastmasters Club. And they have a strong membership base. I was to use this one in one of the sessions as well. I once used this one. When it comes to their new member orientation and also new members, normally they have 20 to 30 members. Now, I once in a speech, I said in their club itself, when the other presidents see their installation ceremony and specifically their new member orientation, they just sigh and lose the hope of winning the award of Smelly and other awards because they grab all the awards. So we can use something like that. So Minoli, did I answer your question?
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Minoli, for that question. Oh, I can see some my home club members are also here, if I'm not so wrong. Shehani, Parmi, thank you so much for joining. Yes, any other questions you all have?
Uma ma'am has raised her hand. Uma ma'am, you can go.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So-
Swarnalata?
Uma Natraj, Toastmaster Uma.
Ah, okay, Uma, okay, right. Ask. Yes, ma'am. Ask, please.
Yeah, writing the prepared speech for a ordinary speech and for a humorous speech is somewhat difficult. No, so how do you structure the speech, and can you give some tips on that? Like when you want to write a prepared speech for any topic, it's very easy. You can just have the structure and you write it. But for a humorous speech, yeah.
Right. Okay, I'll give you an example. Not the example, a tried and tested technique. This is actually connected to the science as well, right? Especially NLP. That, my dear friends, what we write, our writing language and our spoken language is different. What's the mistake we all do is that we sit in front of the laptop and typing it. That when we start to type the speech, do you know, what do you think first? Is the grammar is correct? Is this word is correct? That is what you are thinking. Instead, what you can do is, first of all, record your speech. Basically, whatever the concept that you want to say and do, record that speech to your audio recorder or else to your phone. And then after that, while listening to that one, script that audio to the Word document. Then what happens is, you have a speech, not an essay. What we most of the time we do, my dear friends, is we are writing essays. We are doing a speech. Essays are there for the teachers to check. Speeches are there to audience to understand and laugh. So, Madam Tuma, what you can do is record your speech, whatever your humor incident, record it, and then put it into the script. After that, use the techniques that I told you. Use alliterations, use exaggerations, use some metaphors, use some hot topics, and try to cut it down. You will get your script. Did I answer your question, Madam Uma?
Yes. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Toastmaster Ravindra, I have a question. Open
Yes, please.
variety. How important, we see a lot of humorous speeches where they do a lot of, brr, that, this, a loud voice. So how important is open variety plays in a humorous speech contest?
Right. So that is a good question, Swarnalata. That is why, because in some contests I have seen contestant come and bark. And like that, like I'm like thinking, are you okay? What's the problem? And sometimes shout. Vocal variation does not mean that you have to imitate someone else's voice. Vocal variation does not mean that you have vocal cords and you can shout. Shouting and speaking are two different things. What happens is actually you come and do those weird voice, you become a joker. Can you remember that we spoke that joker? You are trying anything and everything to make people to laugh, but it is not should be the goal. It shouldn't be the goal. Vocal variations means you use your pitch, tone, voice properly. Right? I'll give you an example. Some people ask me, Ravindra, it is necessary to imitate a lady's voice if you are a girl. If you are a man, I would say no need. Why do you basically offend that particular gender itself? You can tone down, you can use your pitch and do that. But try not to go and shout and do these weird sounds. But here is the thing, if it is relevant, for example, you can say, my father got into the bike, he raised the bike. That is a different vocal variation. But that is like you are using some voice to make some images in the mind. Because you can make images in people's mind by voice, by using sounds, by telling the smell and all these things and telling all these other parts. Right? So try not to overuse it. You are not a sound factory basically. Just have the moderation, Swarnalata.
Thank you very much. Anyone has any other question, please go ahead.
Hi, again, Dinesh here.
Yes, Dinesh.
For the contest, actually, the taboo topics are permitted, right?
Right. Okay. Taboo topics. Yep. See, I'll tell you the way that I explain it, Dinesh. Taboo topics are like flame. You know, like your flame. You know, like your flame. A candle. You take a candle and you have the flame. Can you remember, like when you are kids, that I have done it? When there is a power cut or something, you have the candles and you have the flame. And what you do is you sometimes take the finger through the fire and all. You try to put the finger and take it out fast and all these things.
Yes.
But if you keep that finger too much inside the fire, what happens? You burn your finger. But still you can touch the flame. I would say, Dinesh, be brave to touch some taboo topics, no problem. Play with the fire. Remember, you are playing with the fire. Play with the fire, but do not burn your finger. Know when to stop, where to take your hand. Then it will be a wonderful speech. For example, let's take this our World Champion of Public Speaking 2019 winner, Toastmaster Aaron Beverly. He talks about, my dear friends, he talks about the divisiveness, which means the color discrimination. But see the way he used it. He used this shoe exchanging game in India, and he says that, you know, among all these Indians, I was the only black James Bond. I felt, you know that, but he used it in a different way. And another example is that this world champion of public speaking this time, Cyril Jr., he says that among all my other Eastern European friends, I was like the fly on the milk. I was like the fly on the milk. But he indirectly say that I am black, the rest is white. You can do it, Dinesh. Go ahead. But remember, you can touch the flame, but do not try to keep the finger there. Did I answer your question?
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Mama is busy. Do you all have any more questions? Okay, I think Toastmaster Ravindra was so fabulous that he has cleared everyone's mind. And tonight, I think all the speak magicians will be sitting with their scripts ready. At least I am very much encouraged. I think I will definitely go into the footage, try my best. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ravindra, for such a wonderful session.
One thing, Swarnala, that I want to tell you all is that do not wait a script to come and fall under you and, you know, God send you from the heaven, you know what, Swarnalata, this is your greatest script. Do it. You become the winner. The greatest speech is the speech that is not written. Let me tell it again. The greatest speech, the speech which is not written. Write it, do it, nail it. Over to you.
Very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. That is true. So I would like, thank you very much for coming to our club. I would like you to accept a small token of appreciation from our club. Thank you very much. And it was such a fabulous session hearing from you. You know, once when I attended your club, I knew that you had some magic. But then the way you presented the speech is completely blown us, and I think you would expect me to bug you often to have some educational session for our club. So that is them. Thank you very much for coming to us. Thank you very much. Anything else? Any audience?
My pleasure.
Yeah. Any audience want to give some feedback, or you want to express your thankfulness or whatever you want? You can. This is not a question session, but you can express your happiness to the speaker. Yeah, someone says he has a contagious smile. Okay. Thank you very much. So let us proceed with our usual Toastmasters meeting. We have our evaluation session. We have our evaluation session pending. So can I have the first evaluator, the Toastmaster Vikas Guleria, to give his evaluation for the speaker, Toastmaster CB.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. My targets speaker, Toastmaster CB. First of all, I congratulate you for finishing your project 2 of level 1. In our day-to-day life, we constantly bombarded with enormous amount of various sensory experiences. When you started with this line, I was thinking which sensory experiences you are going to talk about. You started with a bang. You attracted all my attention, all my concentration to your speech. Then secondly, again, you involve the audience with your breathing exercise. Close your eyes, exhale, inhale, open your eyes. What a fantastic way to connect your audience to your speech. Third, your voice modulation. I love you. Exhale, inhale. Excellent way to connect again. So you had a wonderful structure, starting with the phrase, then the questions which attract the audience. Given that, with this structure, you have to involve your hand gestures, which were not in sync with whatever you're telling. Second thing, you have to involve more and more of storytelling in your speeches. You were giving benefits of exercise. It could have been better, like a icing on the cake, if you have given some examples from your own life that how this breathing exercise has improved you. Third thing is the ending. When you said, by doing this, you can have great experience in your life. Believe me. Instead of that, it could have been a call of action. Breathing exercise makes me better. Don't you want to make yourself better? You are an amazing speaker, Toastmaster CB, and you have improved whatever you have delivered during your icebreaker. You have excellent way of speech crafting with 3 container model, start, body, and then the ending. Then you have the voice modulation also during your speeches. To take your level from a good speaker to excellent speaker, you need to involve more and more of hand gestures, as well as an effective way of closing your speech by involving call of action. Once again, I congratulate you for this wonderful speech of yours, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Swanatama. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for such a detailed evaluation. A small little suggestion for you, you had 3 minutes, so you can use that 3 minutes more effectively, and you had a very good recommendations for CB. But if you could have, little more elaborated the commendations. What happens is the speaker first sinks into a very encouraging feeling, and then he'll take your recommendation with more open-minded. So I felt somewhere the commendations were very short, and then you immediately started with your recommendation. So I would tell you that at least for 1 minute, 30 seconds, please go ahead with your, you can daily practice this 1 minute, 30 seconds. You can just practice with your commendations and then go for recommendation. That is just a small suggestion from my side. and the speaker. What I would say is you have improved a lot. See, when you started with your first speech, you had, if you remember, I told you that there was a lot of pause. It felt like you were stopping and thinking. But today, I was really amazed by the way you carried out the entire speech. The entire narrative was good, which shows that you have put a lot of your time in practicing what you are bringing about, and the rest of the suggestions as given by your evaluator. We hope to see you ready with another script with all this recommendation. So this is for me. Thank you very much for your wonderful speech. Now the meeting is officially closed. I will. Anyone wants to give any suggestions? Anything can be taken ahead. Oh, first, I'm sorry, I have a guest, so I want to take the guest recommendation. Guest DK, I mean the Toastmaster Dinesh.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
My target speaker today is going to break the ice with her first speech in the pathways, and she's going to tell how is her life came up to this point and where she want to be, etc. So let's welcome
Toastmaster Dinesh.
her to present her first speech. Over to you.
I think he's attending 2 meetings.
I think Toastmaster Dinesh is attending 2 meetings, so he's he's giving the elevator speech here. So guest Aparajita, ma'am, can you just unmute yourself and give the feedback? How was the meeting?
Oh, sorry, ma'am.
We got you, sir. We were in 2 meetings. We understood.
Yes, Shanklata ma'am.
Yeah.
No. I was sent to. I mean, according to the agenda, you see the agenda. I have to evaluate one person.
No, sir.
So I was just following that. Nobody told me that that speech is not there today.
I think you're confused. We had only one speech today, Toastmaster CD only.
No, please see the agenda.
I think no, we have only one speech for today. Probably you confused. Can you say what was the club name in the agenda?
That is.
Okay, no problem, ma'am. Guest Aparajita want to say some, give some feedback.
Yes. Guest Aparajita, you can continue.
High Mount.
So it's a Speak Magic Toastmasters Club meeting.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm very sorry for that. But
No,
anyway, it created some laughter.
Yes.
Thank you.
Aparajita, please go ahead.
Yes, though I joined today very late, but it was nice. The meeting was nice, but what I thought, what we should focus on when we have to speak in the public, what points we need to more focus, and what protocols we need to do and don'ts.
Yes, ma'am. I get your point, but today's meeting was on a humorous contest. In Toastmasters, for your information, we have 4 contests that Toastmasters conduct every year. So at the end, second half of the year, we have generally humorous and evaluation contests. So next month, 8th, we have a contest in our club. So this was an evaluation. This was an education session for members to prepare for the contest. The thing that you say that public speaking, that will be in all our regular sessions. So if you could attend to next week's session, it will be an as in the Toastmaster session. We'll have this prepared speech, impromptu evaluations. Everything will be in that agenda. Hope I clarified to you, Prajita.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please do attend our meetings. You will get all the information that you are seeking.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for coming. Guest Nirmala, ma'am, can you please share your feedback with us?
Hello.
Yeah, hello, ma'am.
Really good. That was a very good experience for the email speaker. How to speak with laughing with everyone. That's what I get it from from the tremendous sir. And thank you for giving me the experience that how to deal with the public speaking. And thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Please keep coming to our club. You will be learning, you will be getting a lot of different experience, and hope to see you also becoming a Toastmasters, and we get to learn a lot of things from you. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nirmala. Now, I declare the meeting number 195 closed. Now, the meeting is open for our